Attitude is Everything is a book about attitude and motivation. Jeff Keller, the author of this book, has worked in the industry and delivered presentations on this subject for over 20 years. The reason why I picked up this book was A, it was in the top best selling book section on Amazon.in, and number two, I wanted to start my year with something positive, with like a positive literature. In 2021, anyway, I want to pick up more books that help me focus on my personal and professional development. So I will be reading and documenting many more books like this. In today's video, I will be discussing what's in this book and whether I liked it or not. And if you're new here, hi there, I'm Manpreet. I make book related videos on this channel, and make sure you subscribe if you want to catch more videos like this, and also follow me on my social media for real-time updates. I'm on Instagram at Indian Booktuber. So talking about this book, Attitude is Everything, this book is divided in three parts. Part 1 of the book talks about how success begins in your mind. Quite obviously, he discusses how your success could be highly dependent on your attitude, obvious from the name of the book. Mainly, he describes that your attitude is like a mental filter, and if you keep it clean, if you keep it positive, you are going to attract positive things in your life. One of the quotes that I really loved in the book that is about this subject is that a happy person is not a happy person in a certain set of circumstances, but a happy person is a happy person because of his set of attitudes. The number two concept that he discusses in this part is the concept of human magnet, that basically says that you attract what you think. Was it a new concept for me? No, I have read the same concept in a lot of books, and I think I liked it in this book because I believe in the power of repetitiveness, and I feel like Jeff Keller has put forward everything in a very simple manner. So I definitely liked it for my audience as well, because I know if you're looking for a simple book that is about the subject, you will like it. The author also puts a lot of attention and light on how you must make your dominant thoughts positive if you want to attract good things in your life. And he definitely, like every other self-help book, he gives a lot of examples to just make his point, and that is the good part of the self-help books. But I feel like in this book the examples were very few, and that was one part I did not appreciate that much about this book, because I feel like examples could have been more, the power of those examples could have been more if they were picked differently. Now, two really important things that I liked in this part was how author discusses that just positive thinking is not enough, which is what most of the books that are talking about this subject are like. They do not put great attention on the action, but the author also considers that in the book, and he also talks about repeating. He talks about the power of repeating things, and if you want to be more positive, you need to be reading more positive literature or listening to more positive and uplifting audio programs. And he talks about how you need to do it every day, because you can't just be like, I read a book that was so positive and that was so fulfilling and that was so good, and now I'm just like done for life. That doesn't happen. So he talks about that in the book as well. Next, in this book, he goes into the concept of visualization. Now, that is not a new concept for me. This concept was popularized, to me at least, by the Secret, The Power by Rhonda Byrne. And fun fact, the book, which is very popular, like the must read self-help book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, is also about this concept. But I hated that book so much that I could not just finish it. It was tormenting me. I did not like that book. But this one, now talking about this Attitude is Everything, he basically explains this concept by telling you that everything that you're thinking is like a mental picture, and it's up to you whether you want to keep playing these mental pictures, these movies, which are the old and negative ones, or if you want to make newer ones and think of the newer movies and move towards that. And he does offer you some suggestions on how you can visualize better. And I actually liked, everybody knows about visualization. It's a concept that happens to us naturally, even if we are not aware of it. But the way different books explain it, that makes a lot of difference. Sometimes, like for me, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, the way it was explained, it was so bad for me. I could not take it. But then The Secret and The Power were something that I could take it. But then I now I'm like, okay. But this one, the mental pictures and whether you want to keep playing, replaying the old movies or make new ones, that just hit me. So I liked it. Next, in this part, the part one of the book, he talks about how some people just lack commitment. They think of doing something, they think they will do something, they do it a little bit and then they stop. But he talks about how you must be patient and persistent towards doing a thing, and you need to keep doing it. He gives an example of this author who kept writing but did not see any success for a long time. Like, that was a story I've heard for the first time, and it was just amazing how this author was committed towards it. So he kept doing it, and then he became this best-selling awesome author. You have to read the story in the book if you want to know more about it. I do not like want to give you the summary. I'm just telling you the things that I liked in this book. Anyway, lastly, in this part of the book, the author talks about how you can actually turn your problems into opportunities. He actually gives you 7.7 ways in which and adversity is actually helpful to you, and he urges you to stop thinking and making your problems bigger just because, just with your words. You need to keep them small, and you need to just, look at the brighter side, and he gives you quite good reasons on why you should do that or how the problems actually help you out. Then we move on to the second part of the book, which was my favorite part of the book, where he talks about the power of your words. He talks about how the words that come out of your mouth are super important, and how negative words attract negative things. And he talks about how, like, this is a thing we all do. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm not doing this good enough, and all that. He talks about how these negative words are actually making it true for you. If you are always negative about something you're doing, you will actually end up at that place. So basically, Jeff Keller asks you to stop magnifying your problems with your words. And the second point he discussed in this part was my favorite, was how to respond to the often asked question, how are you? He's like, stop answering it in a bland, sad way. Oh, I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm not having a good day. He's like, be excited about answering this question. I am terrific, I am fantastic, I am awesome. Bring that power. And sometimes it may feel weird in the beginning, but if you bring that power into this question that you answer quite often in your day, then you will bring that positive energy into your life, which is, I love the concept, I loved it. He discussed this at length. Obviously, it's a 125-page book. There are so many things that he has discussed in a more elaborate way. So I really liked it. The right amount of positive, uplifting literature this is. So I really liked this book. Attitude is everything. Anyway, lastly, in this part where he talks about the power of your words, he asks you to stop complaining, because if you're complaining all the time, if you're always complaining, this is something I've also seen in life. Because if you're complaining about something, there's always a bigger problem somebody is going through. So unless you want people to just give you their problems, or start a competition about whose problem is bigger, stop complaining about your problem and start looking at solutions. Something just I think, not what the author has exactly said, but it actually means all the same. Then we move on to the part 3 of the book, which is all about taking action. So I really liked how the book was structured. It is not just about, like The Power by Rhonda Byrne, positive attitude, visualization, manifestation, everything like that. And no, okay, done. No, this is laid out in a way that first he talks about your attitude, then he talks about your words, which have a big impact on your life, and then he talks about taking action. Now in this part, he also discusses how human beings are like sponges, which is a concept that I really like, because a lot of people think that, you know what, I might be around this set of people, but they are not impacting me because I'm not listening to them or I'm ignoring them. But then the author gives this example in the book itself, which is about, like, have you ever listened to a very, very bad song and then you are just singing it? You are like, oh my god, this is a horrible song, and then you're singing it, you can't get it off your mind. That is a practical example, that is a real life example of how you are like a sponge. Whatever is around you, you are going to absorb that. So be careful about what is around you. So be careful about your company, be careful about what your company is talking about, because that is going to impact you. Even if you disagree with it, even if you cringe at that song, you are going to sing it anyway. And he talks about how you need to get out of your comfort zone and also go out and fail. That is like a good, like, set of pages in the book, where he talks about how a lot of people have been successful because they were willing to fail. A lot of us do not try out new things because we are like, oh my god, I'll fail. But then again, if you don't fail, you are not going to be successful. And lastly, in this part of the book, he talks about how networking is very important for being successful, like how your network is actually important, and how, you should like try to grow your network. Which, by the way, I know it's very important, but even I read in this book, it was like quite out of place, because I feel like there was a, flow in the book that was just, now he wants to talk about networking. But overall, the points were really good. As you will see, as you might have guessed from what I'm saying, all the concepts are very basic. Now you'll be like, one basic concepts you said, there are not even like that big of stories, and like something interesting anecdotes and stuff. Then why did you like the book? See, the thing is, this is the positive set of literature that was a reminder for everything. I have read so many non-fiction books out there, and you forget you forget those things, and it's important to recall, and it's important to go through them again. Now, when I was reading this book, the concept of the power came to me, and then there are so many other books that I've read. Those concepts came to me, they came back to me, and I can also recall those things, and I noted these things, and I'm making this video to give a gist of what I actually read, and urging you guys to read it so that you can also benefit from this piece of literature. So yes, that is why I like this book, because it was simple, it's easy, 125 pages, that even if you read like 20 pages a day, it would be a great reading time for you, so that you can feel more motivated. A lot of you come to me asking me, Manpreet, give me some motivational books. I feel like this is something you can try out. I basically rated it 4 out of 5 stars. I liked it very much as my first book of the year, and as a piece of positive literature, which, like, I do want to go on a big rant about how a lot of people think that just watching summary videos are enough, but I feel like watching summary videos is much different than actually reading a piece of literature that has all of this information. So I just gave you like 2 pages of what I read in this 25 page book. So make sure you are reading it, because it's really good if you're looking for a book like this. And I feel like you should be looking for positive books, but then nobody is forcing you to do this. So if you like this video, and if you like the idea of this book, please make sure you check it out. I will put the link in the description if you want to consider buying from my link, which really supports this Indian booktuber channel. And yes, thank you so much for watching this video. Now, this was a very new video on this channel, because I try not to do like such discussions about non-fiction books, because then people come to me and are like, now I do not need to read the book, and I feel like, oh my god, the whole point of this video is gone. Like, why did I even make this video? So please do not make me feel like this. I hope it doesn't happen, but then it will happen anyway. I don't want to go on that rant, but I feel like if you really want something like this in your life, pick it up. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is Manpreet signing off. I'll be back with another video very soon. If you have some non-fiction book you want me to read and be your guinea pig, and tell you if it is worth reading or not, just let me know in the comments down below, okay?